Oh yeah, you can see that pinky and index finger move. Right? Certainly you see the whip action. This is so hard. This is why I'm not an official. Judge for yourself. I think I've guessed right 3 out of 4 times in this match. The coaches have won quite a few challenges. The Huskies will either have an 8-3 lead if this call stands, or if it's overturned, 9-2. And really for the Ducks, this big hole, this is a huge call as they try to dig out of a hole here in the deciding 5th set. The start of the 5th set, so critical. The Huskies have had a good start, but can they get the good finish? They had a good start to the match. Won the first 2 games. The Ducks refusing to go away. Remember, it's got to be visual evidence which overturns the call. The call on the court was that it was out of bounds against the Huskies. So the tension building here, the fans on their feet, Keegan Cook looking over, and I think we're going to see it overturned because the fans sitting behind the scorecard listening intently. It's quiet all of a sudden, and they started clapping. So I think you're going to see this overturned with a touch, and that is indeed the call. Good challenge by Keegan Cook, and that makes the score now 9-2 in favor of Washington, a 7-point advantage. So Amani Bush going for it, and there was a touch on the overpass. That thing just hanging up there, and that is why that it trailed out of bounds. Nunaviller trying to keep the Ducks alive. That one is down and in, 9-3. And the Ducks with the serve with Ferreira back. The 5'10", 4th-year junior setter has played an outstanding match here today. She's got 50 assists. On the slide to Grote, and the block there. Hoffman out of the middle, and that overpass is out of bounds. The Huskies at 10. And the Husky fans on their feet, looking to close this out. Anytime you get a win in this Pacific Northwest Rivalry Series, the fans excited. And the green and gold are here, but certainly with the fact that the Ducks ranked 12th, and with their RPI at 14th in the nation, this would be a big win for Keegan Cook's Dogs. And no touch, another point for the Huskies. An 8-point lead on their home floor. And a timeout by Matt Ulmer. They got a big hole to crawl out of it. And he wants to talk about it. And this is exactly what we expected before this match started. 2 really good volleyball teams. And it was going to come down to who finished. And the Huskies here in set 5 so far have been the one to finish. They're hitting 667. Oregon hitting triple zeros. And for the match, the Huskies, I am pretty incredible. They average as a team hitting over 300. And where are they against the 12th ranked Ducks? Right now at 301 for the match. They've got 55 kills. I mean, that's just really impressive. Claire Hoffman really making a difference here in the 5th set. An All-American. And a kid that grew up in the Eugene area from Pleasant Hill. Last time she faces off against her hometown team in Seattle. And so Molly Wilson, the redshirt freshman, put it in play. Out of the back. Held by the Huskies, Bush. Nice block at the net. That is Lewis and Roby pushing over. Look at that. Nice job. Get up. Got to be tired, but Roby really got off the ground quickly on that block. Roby with 5 blocks to lead the Ducks so far. She is number 2 in the Pac-12 with 1.5 blocks per set. Summers leaves it short. Back-to-back points for the Ducks, staying alive. And if there's one player you want back at the service line, if you're the Ducks and need to go on a run, it would be Nuneviller. The captain. Bush gets it dug by Nuneviller. Now out of the middle. Nicholson able to get up. Hoffman on the back set. The tip, and it's down. 3 straight Duck points. Matt Ulmer pumping his fist, staying alive again. Had to have a scoring run, and they've got it so far. They crawl to within 5. Out of the back, Hoffman dug nicely by the libero Murphy. And that one pushed out of bounds. Trying for a little bit too much. And couldn't keep that one in. The Huskies 3 points away from a win. LMA Powell going with the floater. Oh, that's just nasty. Ripping that one down the line. Another kill for Collier. You can just hear it. Keeping that one in bounds and right over the head of LMA Powell. Bush with a big swing. The block there. Dug by Bates. Now it's Wilmus. Tipping it over. Out of the back, Nuneviller. That has been their best play to both Nuneviller and Collier. Out of the back, Hoffman. Nuneviller digs it. She is so good. And Lewis tools the block for the kill, and the Ducks within 4. And so the Huskies call a timeout to stop the Oregon momentum. The Ducks refusing to go away. We are 2.5 hours into this match, and neither side is willing to go home. The fans treated to some high-level volleyball out here on a Sunday afternoon. This is the 6th time in the last 11 meetings that the Ducks and the Huskies have gone into the final frame. And pretty even in a lot of different categories. In terms of hitting, Washington still with the advantage. They're hitting at 271 in the match to the 235 of Oregon. But the Huskies jumped out to the huge 9-2 lead in this 5th frame. And then have struggled to terminate. And Oregon has taken advantage and crawled to within 4. Now, this is what is on the line. Both these teams 4-1 in conference play and trying to keep pace with 8th-ranked Stanford and USC, all with a single loss in conference play. One of these teams will drop down to 4th place. One will remain tied in 1st. And of course the RPI ramifications as well. UW number 22 in the RPI, Oregon number 14, and that has been updated this morning. Crowd gets quiet, and another dig. Ferreira's on the ground. Collier tools the block, and determination. She's got 25 kills. Leads all hitters in this match. The Ducks within 3. As good as she has been on the outside, she's been even better out of the back. Powell back to Bush, tooling the block, and the Huskies get to 13. Bush with 14 kills. So the redshirt sophomore looking for a couple of points to finish this match. She's got 2 aces. Nunneviller out of the back. Powell digs it. Bays with the bump set to Hoffman. And that one deflects out of bounds for the kill. And it is match point number 1 for the Huskies. What a match this has been. Crowd gets quiet. Bush looking to finish it with an ace. Instead, it's short, and the Ducks stay alive. They got to go on a scoring run. The Huskies with another match point. They need a side out to do it. Daly McClennan, the 5'11" sophomore, needs to put the Ducks on a run. Collier, and finally get a piece of her with the block. Same to Hoffman, dug out. Collier, gosh, no approach and still hammers it. And now the block. Hoffman wanted to get the kill, and the block there for the Ducks. So match point number 3 for the Huskies. In the middle, the Summers blocked. Wilmes kept alive by the Ducks, yes. Hoffman dug out by Nunneviller. And then Collier with the heat. And the overpass is killed, and the Ducks within 2. Incredible defense by Oregon. And Washington will call another timeout. This will be match point number 4 coming up for the Dogs. This Duck defense flying around, I'll tell you, these players have got to be exhausted. There's been some long rallies. Hoffman trying to go off one, and the block there, led by Colby Neal, a redshirt freshman. And then Neal coming back on the offensive side to terminate. That's the first kill of the match for Colby Neal. And coming at the exact right time. The Ducks had to have it. Well, the story of this game has been the Ducks' refusal to die. Down 2-0. They rally to win set 3 and 4. Down 9-2 here in set 5. They now are within 2. They have survived 3 match points. This is number 4. We'll see if they can do it again. They have gone on a run with Daly McClellan at the service line, putting pressure on the Husky defense. The Dogs looking for one more play here on match point to finally end it. Dug out. Collier, no touch, and it's over. The Huskies survive in 5 sets, and they get the victory in this top 20 showdown. What a match. I think the players and the fans exhausted after this one went the distance, but in the 5th set, the Huskies jump out to the 9-2 advantage and then hang on and win 15-12. There were some high-level performances in this one. I tell you, Mimi Collier, the true freshman, is a star. Her and Brooke Nunneville are both over 20 kills, 25 for Collier, 20 for Nunneville. But for the Dogs, it was spread out. 22 for Claire Hoffman, the Oregon native.